Yo, 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 what is going on, good people of the internet? Welcome back to another day in the life of the PEV point of view. Today's Tuesday, so you know exactly what that means. Another high-speed edition of another beautiful group ride from Chicago PEV. This is the speed crew. As you know, we have a beginner crew, a chill crew, and a speed crew. You want to go crazy, you want to go fast, you take the speed crew, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm riding the Begode X-Way, 168 volts, and I am rocking the Grizzla Sync pads. In this episode today, I'm going to give you a couple updates on the Grizzla Sync pads. I'm going to talk about how I sold my Sherman L. I'm going to talk about the Commander Max. And I'm going to give you an update on the new EUC world record. All right, so let's get on into it. Got the Begode X-Way GPS speed on your screen. Field Weakening 9, flying down the road. And I know it might sound crazy, but I have officially sold my Sherman L. Man, I gotta say, it was kind of like giving up one of your pets, right? Putting it up for sale on the internet, getting all these lowball offers, and just thinking about how much I actually did like that wheel for the 10, 11 months that I had it. So it kind of feels like giving up one of your pets, right? I did like the wheel a lot, had some nitpicky gripes with the firmware, but you know, no wheel is perfect. Even the Begode X-Way, it's not perfect, but I still love it. And I did love the Sherman L. Had a few things I changed about the wheel, but either way, it's gone now. It's on to its next owner, who hopefully will enjoy a maintenance-free 10,000 more miles. I know there's a couple Sherman L's out there in the wild that are getting really up there in mileage. My man Ivan out in DC, he had, PEV Pathfinder is his YouTube channel actually. His Sherman L has got to be closing in on 11,000 miles. Man, and he's got, and he reports no major problems, no major maintenance, a couple tire changes, but nothing's going wrong. And that is one thing that I do admire about Leatt It's problem-free for the most part. Beautiful suspension, but in my personal opinion, I think they have some things in the firmware they need to iron out. I don't really like those assists. I'm more of a Begode type of guy, hard, medium, soft. I don't like the sliders 0 through 100. But there are a lot of positive things I can say about that wheel. But either way, it's gone. And I'm making room for the Extreme Bull Commander Max. So I'm super excited about this Commander Max. The boat has officially reached the United States. It's in the port of LA. And my shipment is currently awaiting clearance from customs. Once it clears customs, it's gonna go off to Rob and James at Next Gen Mobility, where I believe they will inspect the wheel, before shipping it out to me. I'm not really sure about that part, but either way, 1 week, 2 weeks away from getting my beautiful Commander Max. Unfortunately, it won't be here in time for the Chicago Groundings, but it will be here in time for the Washington, DC Groundings. So if you see me at either event, make sure to stop and say hey. As always, I love talking to my fans, talking to my channel supporters, talking to the people that give me motivation to continue doing the things that I love to do, like riding this X-Way. All right, I'm near the top of the full charge, so let's see if I can hit a new speed tonight. 48 right there, at least wheel speed. I think my top speed on this wheel is only 49 miles per hour. And compare that with the Sherman L, where I was hitting 54 with no beeps. There is a little bit of a difference, but that being said, there's a guy in the EUC community here in Chicago named Max, who is really involved with Begode. He helps them perfect their firmwares, gives them a lot of insightful feedback about things they should change on their wheels. And he's been giving that feedback to Begode. And as a result, I want to say the EX30, the Blitz, the ET Max, all have received updated firmware that accurately reflects the PWM, even when you have field weakening on. Now, there's a lot of, in my opinion, right, there's a lot of confusion and kind of unknown things about field weakening, right? People say the PWM isn't accurate, which I think I can attest to myself. People say there's a loss of torque from adding PWM, and I don't know if it's just because I ride the Begode X-Way with field weakening 9 in race mode, but despite that, right, I haven't felt any loss of torque on this wheel. My pedals are rock solid all the time. All right, let's go for some speed. Hit 50, 49, 50. Yeah, so I haven't personally noticed any lack of torque. I know that the torque test used to be a thing a couple years back, but I feel like that's kind of fallen off, right? If you're not familiar, there's a torque test that people used to do with a rope and a pulley. They would kind of measure the pound force of acceleration, or torque rather, that's coming off the wheel. And I don't even know if that's been done for the Begode X-Way. I know that chart is somewhere on the EUC forum, but I haven't seen it updated in quite a while. You got some wobbles there.
Oh no. Yeah.
I seen it.
It was controlled though.
Always controlled.
Not always. It was controlled. I was like, eh. Are we gonna race it?
All right. So yeah, is it really true that you lose torque when you apply field weakening? I don't know personally. On all my wheels with field weakening, I just max it out at 9. You know, I want to get the most benefit out of having field weakening, so I just max it out. Okay, here we go. So since we're talking about field weakening, might as well talk about top speed. And ladies and gentlemen, EUC fans around the world, a new EUC top speed world record has been achieved out in China by my man Brian Dillard, riding the 210 volt Begode Race Wheel. Now, if you don't know about this wheel, 210 volts, maximum speed. Maximum speed. The fastest wheel in existence. Even though it's not in production yet, the fastest wheel ever created, and he reached a top speed of 74 miles per hour, GPS verified via Racebox and via other GPS means. But guys, that is just insane. I said it on my previous video when I talked about the race, that this was an 80 mile per hour wheel. We're not quite there yet. 74 miles per hour GPS is damn near impressive and actually insane when you think about it. And what's even more insane to me is that he hit 100% PWM while doing so. Now, that's scary. That's scary as fuck. 100% PWM, you know what that means. Motor ain't got nothing left. Controller doesn't have anything left. But he did it anyway for science. And man, that guy's got some balls. So shout out to Begode. Shout out to Brian Dillard. What an incredible rider. And man, I just gotta say, we need electric unicycle world records in the Guinness Book of World Records. I want to see actual stats in the world record book, because he deserves it, man. That guy's crazy. He's doing things that nobody else are willing to do. And I admire that. Now, okay, changing topics real quick. I'm looking down at my wheel and I see 63 degrees Celsius. It is currently about 80 something degrees here in Chicago today. And my wheel is at 62 degrees Celsius. Now, if you don't know, the overheat temperature, the overheat beeps on the X-Way is 70 degrees Celsius as far as I know. On the Commander Max, it's 79 degrees Celsius, but like this wheel is not effectively cooling itself. And I think that I need to do a thermal paste mod. And that's kind of worrisome, right? It's not even the heat of summer. It's not even the dead of summer, and my wheel is already overheating. I don't know what to do about that. I talked about Max in the beginning, of getting that firmware correct. I'm gonna give it off to him, see if he can do a little thermal modification and increase the heat sink, or maybe use some higher quality thermal paste. But like, as far as I know, I don't even know what happens when you reach the overheat temperature. I don't know if it's just beeps, I don't know if it's tilt back, but I really don't want to find out, because if this wheel drops me on my face, I'm going to be quite upset with Begode. All right, I'm at 69 degrees Celsius, and I'm kind of worried. But yeah. Speaking of the Commander Max, you guys already know how I'm feeling about it. Gonna be an amazing wheel. Super excited to receive mine here in the next couple weeks. Give you a better shot at that screen, 63.4. But the good news about the wheel, if there is such a thing, is that when I come to a stop, it does decrease super quickly. So I guess that's good that it's not just like constantly staying there. But like, imagine if my wheel is at 60 degrees and then I go to charge it in the dead of summer, blasting 20 amps like this wheel is capable of. It's not fun. I don't like that. But yeah, let's hope the Commander Max doesn't overheat. I'm not sure if it's because this motherboard only has 36 MOSFETs and the Commander Max has 48, so it might have better temperature regulation. I don't really know what all goes into it, but I do know that when I come to a stop at the end of this ride, if I touch my motor, it's gonna be hot to the touch, like super, super hot. Like so hot you could fry an egg on the motor. But so far so good. I'm just gonna keep on riding and act like I don't see it. But I'm not gonna go for a new top speed again this ride. Okay, so what else is there for today's topic? The Grizzla Sync pads. Let me give you a little update on the Grizzla Sync pads. So I love these pads. I keep on playing around with the angle of them, keep on playing around with the adjustments. And each ride they get better and better. I had to throw it in reverse real quick because everybody ran the red light in front of a copper, and I don't want to do that. Because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't run red lights. I'm a good boy. Oh, damn, I didn't even feel that curve. Okay, so I got a little catching up to do. See if I can go get up to the group. And we're back. Okay, back to the topic. Update on the Grizzla Sync. So, I love the wheel, I love the pads. I keep adjusting them, but just about every ride. I had this little thing where I noticed that the pads on each side were not perfectly symmetrical, and my OCD kind of kicked in and told me I needed to change that. And now that I've changed it, got them exactly perfect. They are perfectly symmetrical on each side. And they ride just great. but I do have an update in terms of their crash testability. So I recently did some off-roading on some legit black diamond single track, mountain bike single track. Now, it wasn't the craziest black diamonds in the world, but on the website, the official website, I forget what it's called, it was listed as a black diamond. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim that I am now a black diamond trail rider on my EUC. You can call me Matt Burke. No, just kidding, Matt, you're a goat. But while I was doing those trails, I actually crashed twice, unfortunately. Now, I pedal clipped both times, and if you're going fast and you pedal clip on an EUC, it's one of those things where like you don't even have time to realize what is going on before you're flying in the air and slamming on the ground. So that's exactly what happened to me. I pedal clipped a rock, and I had like one image in my mind of me flying sideways through the air, and then the next thing you know, I'm bam, slammed into the ground full force. And my whole right side of my thigh, my butt cheek, my shoulder, my elbow has been sore for like 10 days at this point. So yeah, pedal clipping is no fun. I dusted myself off, got back on the wheel, and then proceeded to pedal clip again like 5 minutes later. Now, the first time I pedal clipped, one of the Grizzla Sync pads completely flew off of the wheel, right? It detached from the Velcro and flew off of the wheel. Now, the second time that I pedal clipped, I gotta say, my foot did stay in the pad, and that was kind of concerning, right? The first time my feet came completely free of the pads because one of the pads ripped off. The second time, my right ankle stayed in the pad, and you know, it did get pulled just a little bit. I felt a tug on my foot as the wheel rolled forward, and I couldn't get my foot out in time, and that's kind of worrisome. But anyway, the second time that I crashed, my foot stayed in the pad, and that was kind of scary because I couldn't get it out. I felt it get overextended just a little bit. So for those people that are worried about not being able to get their feet out of the Grizzla Sync pad in terms of a crash, I would say it's about a 50-50 chance that the pad flies off the wheel. And that's the only data points that I've seen so far. So if it happens to you guys, keep me posted. But as of now, I would say 50-50 chance of your feet coming out of the pads. And we're making a right here. Not sure if this is an official stop or if something's going on with their bike. But look at this, guys.
What did they do to her?
Look at this golden statue. I don't know what it is. The Republic. I love riding around in Chicago. So many things to see. We're down here on the south side of Chicago. And I gotta get in for this group photo real quick.
Okay. Over here, you guys good for Lakeshore Drive, or you want to do the path? Lakeshore Drive. You gotta keep it at like 50.
Yeah, somebody's staying behind me if that's cool, because I can only go like 50.
You can, yeah.
And my shit's hot already, so. All right, guys. We're here on the south side, and we're about to do something very stupid. Don't recreate what you're about to see in this video. It's not recommended. I'm about to do a speed test on the Begode X-Way on the highway. Don't tell anybody. Shh. YouTube, don't demonetize, please. But yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, so here we go, guys. Begode X-Way highway test. Let's see what we got today. Oh man. Okay. I want to keep my speed about 50. That's the safest I feel going on this wheel. In 50 right now. And yeah, I don't even know what to talk about. We're going big boy fast. Speed test on the wheel. Field weakening 9, 168 volts. I'm at 3 bars under load. Going 50. Oh. Check out the beach over there. Beautiful. We're doing good so far. Wheel is only at 55. I just saw it at 64, so that's okay. Oh my God, I'm scared. I would do this ride on the Sherman L, but I don't have it anymore. The only times I've been on here was Sherman L, Commander Pro, and all those times I was scared. Oh man. Can't wait to see my PWM after this one. But we're good. We got no cars behind us. I asked my friend to stay behind me so I wouldn't be the last person getting left behind. And everything's going smoothly so far. Grizzla Sync got me locked in. I'm going 51. Oh man. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, 53. Fuck. Okay. This is the longest I've held this speed for on this wheel. Everything's going smoothly so far. 59 degrees Celsius. If I get above like 64, I'm pulling off. But things are going cool so far. Trying to stay as low as possible, be aerodynamic, and also be able to hear the beeps if there are any. Jump and avoid in potholes. So the thing is, guys, I have my beeps at 90% PWM. So if I even hear a beep, I'm damn near the edge, and I better hope I can pull back. Looks like there's still no cars behind us, so I'm good. Got my man out behind me. Oh man, even just putting the camera off to the side a little bit messed up my aerodynamics so much. 59 degrees Celsius, staying there, holding the speed. A lot of the other riders have left me. But we're doing well. 53 miles per hour, cars flying by me. This is the official Begode X-Way high-speed test. We got Cutout Highway. This is Lakeshore Drive. And I better be fucking recording. Looks like I am. I think I just heard a beep. But I have no way to tell. Woo! Alright. Staying on here for a little while. No cars coming up on me. That's good. Oh. Sorry if this is not the greatest angle. Probably getting a lot of headlight. Oh shit, cars merging, cars merging. Still, I don't think I've heard any beeps, maybe one. But you guys see the speed. It's about as fast as I'm gonna go. probably gonna pull off of this road at the next opportunity I get. Shout out my boy Jay for sticking with me. I appreciate you not leaving me. He came by to give me a thumbs up, see if I was good. Still good. They didn't take the exit, so I'm just gonna keep on going. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Woo. All right, well, you've seen it here first, guys. The Begode X-Way can hold 50 miles per hour for a couple miles. I think I'm pretty close to the edge of the power delivery. I have no desire to go faster than this on this wheel, but I'll recreate this once I get my Commander Max. And see if anything's different. Whew, okay. I started at 4 bars, 3 bars under load. Now I'm at 2 bars. I need to get off this shit ASAP. Next exit. Next exit. Man. I'm gonna get off. All right, guys. There you have it. What's that, about 3 minutes at 50 miles per hour? Oh, and that's enough adrenaline for me.
This is long as fuck.
I'm good on that.
I feel you.
Where'd they go?
Let's go this way.
All right. Whew, fuck. Oh man. Okay. Let me pull out darkness spot, give you some live readings. Max speed, 54.2 miles per hour. Max PWM, 94%. Okay, so apparently I did hear some beeps. As you know, I got my PWM settings set to 90%. And I got the hiccups. We did what we set out to do. I've set a new top speed on my Begode X-Way at 54.2 miles per hour. Excuse the hiccups. Okay, so we have done what we set out to do. I've set a new top speed on my Begode X-Way, 54.2 miles per hour, 94% PWM. And that is about all I can take, all I can handle on the Begode X-Way. I don't know about you, but if you have the Begode X-Way, I personally would recommend Field Weakening 9. I don't know what's going on with the hiccups. I don't know if that's like an adrenaline thing, but I'm definitely feeling it. Feeling some adrenaline. And we are gonna make our way back to the street, where I'll give you some more information. All right, but yeah, I'd say the wheel did great. The pads did great. I was seated riding the whole time. Never felt anything sketchy. Never felt like I was gonna fall off. Didn't feel like the pads were gonna rip off. And yeah, that's confidence inspiring. I don't know, leave in the comments. Would you do what I just did? Ooh. I think I went a little too fast into those stairs. Almost bottomed out a little bit. I hit the ground pretty hard. But no, everything's all good. Adrenaline levels starting to go down. I'm not really a high speed. I'm a high speed rider for sure, but I'm not like a push the wheel to 100% PWM rider. I'm not Brian Dillard. I don't have balls as big. I don't have balls as big as his. So that's why I respect people that do that so much. I mean, I just went 54 miles per hour. Imagine 20 miles. Imagine 20 miles per hour faster than what I just did. That is the Begode race. 210 volts must be absolutely crazy. I'm sure I'll get a wheel like that one day, but for now, topping out at 50 miles per hour is totally fine for me, right? I know there is a couple Commander Maxes already in the United States. My man Nathan got one airshipped, and he's a crazy rider. He's already hit 69 miles per hour GPS, I think it was. Maybe it was wheel speed, but either way, I already know that this wheel I'm getting is gonna go crazy fast. It's all about if I have the balls, if I have the limits, if I have the, you know, ability to push the wheel that hard. And I don't know if we have that answer yet. Hey, I just love riding in Chicago, man. This weekend is the Groundings. I said it in the beginning, but if you see me, stop and say, hey, really excited to meet all you guys. I don't think we're gonna do anything as crazy as what we just did. We might go on lower whacker, cut out highway, but I don't think that what we did is good and recommended for a large group. So I can already tell you we're not gonna do that. Here we go again, going underground. We're not quite on lower whacker yet, but this is how you get there, underneath the city. And it's warm down here. Oh my God, it's hot. Hot. Let's check that temperature, 46 degrees Celsius. So it's weird that when I'm riding on the street, hard acceleration, hard stops, my wheel gets up to 64. But riding on the highway, it only hit 58. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. We got off the highway a little bit sooner than the rest of the group, so we're gonna go catch up with them real quick. But yeah, it's weird that riding on the highway, that my wheel hits 58, but riding on the streets, I can get it to 64. Now, I suppose it's the fast air flying under the control board where the heat sink is, but I don't really know. If you got any comments, let me know below. And just like that, guys, we were at our destination, Billy Goat Tavern, back in Meta, back with the speed crew, made it home safe and sound. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining me for another day in the life of the PEV point of view. Appreciate you all taking time out of your busy schedule to view things from the PEV point of view. This has been another high-speed ride, top speed X-Way. Take care, guys. Be safe.